Today we're about to train some shoulders. I'm gonna try to focus mostly on my rear delts, trying to get that rear delts, but I'm gonna try to do something different. I'm gonna try to do some of these for the what do you call it, rotator cuff, and mostly rear delts, but I'm gonna try to focus on my front flies, obviously dumbbell flies for the side, and just try to focus on the stuff that mainly need more focus on, just because I feel like my shoulder is not really my weak point, but just because I feel like my rear delts are probably my weak point, especially in shoulder day. So definitely need to focus more on rear delts, my rotator cuff, and then trying to end it off with some dumbbell flies. And I might put in some, what do you call it, some trugs, I guess, some traps. So yeah, but it's a good day to lift. It's not a lot of people here today, so that's pretty good. Usually at 5 p.m. it's like somewhat packed. I don't know why it's always 5 p.m. but about to do some shoulders, and yeah, let's do this workout, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I have slightly like a little cold. My voice is kind of like rusty, I'm not gonna lie, bro. But I'm gonna try to talk today. Most of the time I train and I forget I'm filming, so I need to put some music in the background, but let's do this, bro. Alright, let's move on to some cables. I think usually dumbbells gives me a more pump in my shoulders, but let's do some cables now, bro. Right. Usually for rear delts, like just these ropes right here, so try to, some people usually go like too high, flare their elbows too high, but in reality, do it where at a point where you can feel it activating, especially if you're doing it like all the way down to your neck. It really doesn't matter how you do it, but don't try to go all the way too high up, just because you're not really activating the rear delts. But I do it wherever, well, first off, I do reverse like this. Of course, it's calm right now. Alright, so I do a reverse like this. So I think I seen it on Instagram. I think it was like you do it like these, and then you Basically do like this. And then you should activate your rear delts more better like that. So we're about to do some of these and then move on to some, I think cable flies. Yeah, let's do that shit, bro. But I might try to train longer today just because, I have enough time for cardio, and then, I could train for like an hour and 30 minutes just because I really want to grow my shoulders and just try to get that, Dorito shape, aesthetic physique. But other than that, man, let's get it. Definitely gives you a good pump just because of keeping the elbows locked, and you get the this seat right here just keep your posture straight. So yeah, but any sort of fly movement, you're obviously going to get a good pump. So yeah, just do 9 pounds. That's pretty good. Ooh. But yeah, I was trying to think of like either doing boxing as cardio. The one thing I definitely need to do is definitely go outside and just run. But I guess I need to build that routine of just like, especially running outside like in the morning time. So especially doing boxing, that's mainly the focus of like cutting weight, just getting as much step as possible. But yeah, let's see. But tomorrow I'm gonna try to film a bicep day. I was trying to film a bicep day today just because I feel like my shoulders is not really my weak point, and I definitely want to grow my biceps way more, especially the peak, the brachialis, whatever you call that thing. And my triceps, they're not bad. I just want them to grow more outer to make the bicep look more bigger. So yeah. And I'm not really competing, in bodybuilding or any sort of, way to compete, but just trying to build like the most aesthetic physique and then try to build it up. You know what I mean? Because, kind of think of it as like you're progressively changing over the time, and then just getting bigger, especially if you go to the gym, just to transform your physique, but just to like craft it. But yeah, and that's basically what bodybuilding is, you know what I mean? Trying to build the most perfect physique. Well, in this bodybuilding generation, obviously it's more mass, you know what I mean? But if you see people like Chris Bumstead. It's definitely more aesthetic.